Good morning, everyone. Surprisingly hot in here, and I have the fan going in the background, so let me know if the fan is too noisy in the background, and I'll shut it off and just deal with the heat and start sweating. But I was trying to tweak the background noise cancellation on the mic last minute because I didn't want to have the fan on, but hopefully my mic sounds good. Hopefully you can't hear too much wind noise behind me based on that. Welcome to the Amazon Live show here at Dragon Bloggers. Here at Dragon Bloggers, we're a multi-host channel. We have a lot of hosts. I actually only usually stream on Sundays with my wife during our Sunday show. You know what? I was using a video broadcast, but a video broadcast actually has conflicts with the G-Hub. You can't have both at the same time, and they interfere with each other. So if I try to have a video broadcast for, say, my Yeti mic, but G-Hub for my Logitech G Pro X, I get all sorts of software crashes and inconsistency between the two. So at some point, I'm going to have to decide whether or not I want to try and video broadcast for everything and just disable G-Hub or tweak G-Hub a little better. Hey, PC Phil, how you doing? Thanks for the follow, Scott Agler. Much appreciated. So this is, like I said, I normally stream on Sundays with my wife. We do our joint show on Sundays, but James is on vacation even though he's here in chat. And so we're doing a Saturday Deal show, which I'm hosting in James's spot. I am Justin. I am the creator and original Dragon Blogger. And I don't usually stream very much because I do so much on Monday through Friday, and I manage everybody else's streams. I'm usually a permanent moderator as well as coordinator. But I enjoy live streaming. I enjoy covering a lot of products myself as well. So we're going to start this stream by showcasing some B-rolls of products that are on deal, and then we'll go into the products that I have on hand that are on deal today. First up, switch over to the scene here, is this Cosori electric kettle. Now, before I play the video, I drink a lot of green tea now. I used to drink a lot of coffee. So I'm actually 9 weeks coffee free. 9 weeks coffee free. Not a drop of coffee. Instead, I drink approximately 3 quarts of green tea per day. And I know it because I have a 3-quart container that I brew with green tea, and then I just ice it down, and I drink iced green tea all the time. Fresh brewed green tea iced is all I drink now. I switched from coffee to green tea. But this Cosori electric kettle is really awesome, and I've used electric kettles. But if you drink a lot of tea, especially hot tea, green teas, white teas, chamomile teas, an electric kettle is really awesome for heating up as much as you need if you have guests or company, but also quickly reheating the water if you need to without turning on a gas stove, because I have a gas stove here, and you don't want to turn on a gas stove and use the gas and heat up the house. An electric kettle is better for heating up water, especially if you only need 1 or 2 cups, especially if you want to, entertain guests or have it all day long. Now, some people just microwave their water, but if you're a real avid tea drinker, you'll know that tea does not taste the same in microwaved water that's heated from the microwave versus boiled water. So that's why an electric kettle comes in.
So this is the Cosori glass.
Hopefully that's
And basically it's super easy to set up once you pull it out of the box. All you have to do is take the plastic covering off of this.
He is super
and then
low.
put it onto the base. Once the base is plugged in, this is what engages the heating, and then this is what you would do to pop the top. What I really like about it is that if you look at this part right here, and I'll bring it closer to the camera, there's a little filter in there
PC Phil, I don't feel any different.
whatever.
I'd love to tell you that, oh my god, I have so much more energy and I feel better being coffee-free in 9 weeks, but not at all. I feel no different considering going back to coffee.
Liters of water here. This thing is
It's really low. Let me boost it up.
Liter
There. That's about as high as I can make it.
1 more liter than what I'm going to put in here. And I'm just going to do this to demonstrate how.
Can you hear it now? The kid has a really soft voice.
Will start to boil. So now I have it in there. I have the top closed. I can go ahead and engage it, and it'll have this nice little blue LED that pops around it. So let's go ahead and see how long this water is going to take to boil.
Show the volume bar. Weird.
So as you can see, there's already fog. So as you can see at the top, and there are little bubbles.
I can hear it, it's just really low.
Bottom. It's making some noise, but as you can see, it's basically taking no time to get.
Yeah, I know the volume's low in this, so I'm trying to boost it. It's maxed. I can't boost it anymore.
Now, one thing that is cool about this glass kettle is that you don't have. There's no guesswork with this. You don't have to know when the water is, finished boiling. It will turn off on its own.
I'll relay it. When the water's boiling, it says it turns off automatically when it's boiling. It shows you that with the light on it, you can always see the state of the water. You can show if it's boiling yet or not. Hey, Allie, welcome. So, electric kettle, really good for tea. Now, what I tend to do is I tend to use boil a lot of water, right? And then I tend to pour 5 to 6 bags of green tea. I steep it, but green tea, you're not supposed to bring the water to boil. It makes it bitter. You're supposed to keep the temperature of the water like around 170 to 180 with green tea. So you brew your green tea in hot water, and then I just pour it all over ice, and then I refrigerate it, and then I let it steep the bags for a couple more days. So I use about 5 to 7 bags for 3 quarts of iced green tea. That's my typical how I brew my green tea, and I drink about 3 quarts a day. Again, it's light, right? If you can see my cup here, it's not super dark, my green tea. It's light. But, again, no sugar, no sweetener, nothing added, just lightly brewed green tea. But I drank my coffee black, too. So I'm 9 weeks into my complete conversion from coffee to green tea. I said I was going to give it at least 3 to 6 months, see if I made any noticeable life difference by switching from coffee to green tea. But that's how you do your tea. Yeah, exactly. Actually, I've experimented with all different types of green teas, like organic green teas, dragon pearl green teas. So I'm kind of like just testing out all different types of green teas to notice the little subtle flavors, what I like better, things like that. So next up on the deal list today is the Holystone 720E drone, and Nate did a video of the 720G, which is very similar. So I'll show you the video of this drone, which is pretty amazing. This is their top end line on the Holystone is the 720 line. So I'll show you this video right here. Nate always does very good drone videos. Now, I probably made this too loud trying to boost Niceda's volume, so.
Hey, what is going on, guys? Nathaniel with Dragon Blogger Tech and Entertainment, and today we're going to be taking a look at the HS720G 4K drone from Holystone.
I should be able to hear that. Let me know if you guys can hear that volume okay on
go ahead
Nate's
and dive in
video.
And see everything that it comes with first. So as usual with Holystone, as you guys can see here, as I'm kind of cutting this plastic off, it does come with a case. This one does kind of have like a faux leather feel to it and a little handle on it, which is pretty nice. And
I haven't flown a drone in a long time
right
myself.
Here is you're going to get a box inside of a box.
I used to
and
like
then
flying my
inside of
drone
that
over the
box,
beach in the
you're
park.
going to get the battery. Now, they don't send 2 batteries with this, which is a little bit different.
I was always worried my drone was going to fall in the ocean, though, because when I had a drone, it was before they had those return to home ones and the ones that automatically return when the battery is low.
Screwdriver for maintenance. Continuing on, you are going to have your extra propellers just in case you crash this thing and mess some up. And then going forward right here, you're going to get a little bit of documentation such as some warning labels and then the user manual to get you up and going. And then continuing on right here inside of the case, you're going to notice that you're going to get your handheld controller. Now, this controller is very
look how foldable it is.
The ones that they have used in the past.
That's right. You still need to do video of yours. I think you have the
HS340
HS340
in the video. And then finally, the last thing we're going to have inside of this case is going to be the drone itself. Now, this is a compact.
I know you have the
drone,
710,
just like some of their other drones,
but you also have the 360.
And it does have a little bit of design changes. Some quick specs about this.
You have the
It does have
710 and the
2-axis
360.
gimbal, so that's going to give you nice, smooth video when you're
Gimbals
recording.
on
It also
drones are
has
awesome.
electronic
The gimbal
image
gives you that,
stabilization.
you know,
And as you guys can see,
the
here
better,
on the
smoother
right,
camera
this is how they
footage.
fold in.
So
You
2-axis
basically fold
gimbals,
them in,
good.
and you're
3-axis
going to
gimbals
have
is the
your
best.
SD card right here, so you can record directly to an SD card. On the back is going to be your battery slot with a battery light indicator. And
so this drone also has a
more
GPS
advanced.
lock
That's
where
basically
it connects to the
for
GPS
overview
satellites
of
and
the
it can
drone
follow you
itself.
around too.
Taking a little bit of a closer look at the remote.
That'd be so
here.
cool just to walk
As you
around
guys
and have a
can
drone
see
follow
here,
you.
This does take on some of their form factor that they've used in the past with their other handheld controllers. The antennas are foldable as well as the grips, and it does have a pop-out phone holder so you can get that live view. Getting this set up was really easy. You just want to download the Ophelia Fly app and then walk through the instructions that are on screen. It'll get you ready and paired up. It's super easy to do, but once you have that all paired up, as you guys can see here, we're ready to go. So let's go ahead and find a nice semi-level place to set
My
this down so we can get
familiar.
this flying. And right before we take off, we're going to go ahead and just go over some of the features that are on screen and on the controller. So on the controller side of things,
Yep,
you can see
Pumpkin,
we have a
always by my
battery
side.
indicator for the drone
Always by my
itself.
side.
For the controller, we have a battery indicator. How many GPS satellites we're connected
He's a
to.
lamb if you could.
We're going to
He's
have
gonna
the
sleep on
launch
me.
button, the lock button, return to home, which will automatically return it to where it took off from in case of an emergency. And then you're going to have basically a speed selector right up there on the top right. If you hold it down, you can see that we are in sport mode, which is high speed. Then we switch to low speed. We're going to go ahead and go back to high speed.
He's a lap dog.
because
He'd
we
sleep in
do
my lap
want
all
to
the time
fly
if he could.
slow,
When
and
I
as
sit on
you
the
can see, it's
couch,
just indicated right
cross-legged,
up there.
or on
the
the
right side, you are
Chase
able to
Lounge,
switch
he'll,
between photo
just
and
lamp in my
video
lap.
mode.
He's a
So
nice
we'll
big-
go ahead and look at
Oh,
some
he's
of the
not big.
settings for the
It's only
video.
about
So there's
34
auto
pounds.
white balance, there's grayscale, there's a whole bunch of different settings for video color. You're going to have two different video types, which is going to be 30 frames per second at 4K and 1080p.
Good morning,
at
Evans. How are you
60
doing?
frames per
Welcome,
second.
welcome.
Enough of all of me talking.
So,
though. Let's go ahead and
I
get
really
in
like
there and see
the
what this thing is
quality
capable
of the
I'm super
camera on this
excited,
drone.
being that
I
this is their highest end model.
love
So
how
as you guys can see
smooth
here,
it
we
is,
are
the
now
footage it
looking
takes.
at the
And he
camera
really
live
takes it
view.
far.
We are now
Like, he
recording
goes
at
over
4K, 30
houses
frames
and
per
pretty
second.
far in his
Again,
block
this is
with
at
it. And I was
4K,
like,
30 frames per second. As
again,
you
I
can
used
see
to
on
have
that
old
launch,
drones
that
before they had
image
GPS
stabilization
tracking and they had returned to
electronically
home,
and
so
the
I was always
gimbal
worried
do
about
a
crashing it or
really
losing
good
it or
part in
running
making
out of
sure
battery
you get
mid-flight.
smooth video.
But you can
This
see
is
he really
honestly
takes his drone around
immediately
his
a big
neighborhood a
step
little
up
bit.
from the drone
He
that I
gets
tested
pretty
from
far
them
from
in the
it
past.
when
While
he
that one wasn't
flies it
bad,
out.
this one is
Which is really
definitely
awesome.
a lot better. We're going to go ahead and switch over now. We are recording at 1080p at 60 frames per second.
He gets pretty high
One
with
of
it
the things
too.
I noticed about this camera and the sensor that they
This is a
have
really,
for
really
the
good hobbyist drone. If you
HS720G
have flown a
is the
drone
sensor
before,
is just
you
a
want to
lot
buy
better. The colors are more
like a really
vibrant,
cheap drone
seems
to
be working
test,
better than
get
the
the feel
previous
for it.
version of the
And then
drone
this is
that
kind of
I
like that
tested, so it
mid-range
definitely works
hobbyist
really
drone.
well.
Then
All
you,
right, guys,
after
this
this
is
one,
just a
you
quick
move up and
overview of
graduate
the
to a professional drone, like say you need to do like
HS720G
commercial
drone
real
released.
estate
So
footage
they
or something
really
like that.
step
But
up their
look at
game
this. This
on
is
the
actually
top of
really
the line
nice.
for this
You
drone.
really
So
can
for
get
a
high
new
up on this.
drone
You
that
really
is
can get
very
detailed
easy to
shots.
learn and
So
fun
I
to
would
fly around
argue
with,
that this
I highly
could be
recommend this
used,
one, and I'll see
you
you in the
know,
next
a
video.
little bit like a real estate drone where you have that real estate footage that kind of like captures around a property or an estate. This is all you can do is use a drone to photograph weddings from above, use a drone to photograph beach scenes. You can do a lot with a drone. Just be creative in the type of footage you want to create. All right, next up on the carousel is this amazing short throw laser projector. And this is a 4K short throw laser projector, which both James and Nate both have a copy of this projector. So WeMax had sent a copy to James and they sent another one to Nate because they sent Nate their ALR projection screen. And this is the video that James did just to show. This is a fantastic projector if you want to, say, project your PlayStation 5, your Xbox Series X, or your movies in 4K on a wall, but it works way better if you have a high-quality, light-resistant, ambient light-resistant projection screen. So I'll show you the video here. This, I think this is just a stretch projection screen. I don't think this is an ALR projection screen that James is using at this one.
Today, we broke out the WeMax Nova projector. This
James's
is a
volume is
4K
very loud.
projector, guys, and we're actually going to be playing the Xbox Series X on here. We have, as you guys can see, BioMutant loaded up.
Drone of that
Projector's
size, you
loaded
need a
up.
license.
I'll
You have to
actually
file and
back
apply
out
for the
and kinda
FTC
show you guys
license.
this so you guys can see this. And you guys can see that we're in the projector. It is a smart projector. It is an Android TV, guys, so it does have an
Now, you just have to
Android 9.
register
It has
your
a
drone
Google
if you can use it just for
Assistant
hobby.
built
But
on,
if you
so
want to
you
use it for
guys can
business, then you have to
literally
license it.
Hey Google, load my Xbox. And it
Yeah, those
should
ALR
go
and
to it,
CLR
but I
screens,
didn't
though,
hold it
whew,
long enough
those really add up.
because, you know,
Hey, Margaret,
that's
good morning.
my bad, but you guys can see it's down there writing out stuff and copying everything I am saying, so it is now listening. But since I messed up, we're going to back out of that.
Don't worry, Pumpkin will be back on screen soon when I cut over to my main camera.
Channels, HDMI input 1, HDMI input 2, HDMI input 3, and
he will be back.
visual. As you see, 2 automatically reads Xbox. And that's what we're going to play. We're going to click it. We're going to load it up. We're going to play a little bit. As you guys see, get me in the front.
Yeah, that's
I'll be
crazy.
front playing, guys. So if you guys see, we'll actually play the sound for you guys so you can hear this. It is super loud.
But you can clearly see when you're playing Biomutant here just how vibrant the colors are in this laser short-throw projector. I mean, he chose a game that has a lot of color to it. You know, a lot of ambient trees, forests, very lush environment. So really shows off the color. This is an HDR 10 laser projector. Extremely nice projector.
Because my HDMI cable is
and this projector is on deal today. It's normally $29.99, $3,000. It's currently $840
with this
off.
screen, and you will be good. So don't worry about that.
2100 ANSI. Projects up to a 150-inch screen from a distance of 35 inches. So 35 inches away from your projection surface, it can cast a 150-inch screen. 18.5 inches away from your surface, it can cast an 80-inch screen. So it does not need to be far.
Now, as you guys see, this actually plays pretty good, pretty smooth.
Yeah.
I don't see no lag.
Oh, yeah, I'll do that.
Projector
Racing
and
cars seem
actual
to be right.
game
That's a good,
itself,
that's a
which
good
is cool.
showcase of it too.
And as we load, you guys can see how colorful the car is.
You know, honestly, looking at the video footage of it, James, it looks looks as good as my Sony A80J, right? The screen quality and projector quality looks as sharp as my Sony
Now,
A80J.
this is where you might see a little bit of lag in the game.
And just to let you know, my Sony A80J was 55 inches, not much less than this. Honestly.
So if I would have actually connected
not much less at all.
RJ45 Ethernet instead of Wi-Fi, it would actually keep up with the game. So that is actually not the projector, it's the console. I should have just downloaded the game.
Yeah, pretty impressive.
But
so honestly, if you got a large living room and you got a wall, right? A projector gives you a lot more versatility than just getting a flat, fixed TV screen. So
whatsoever with this, so
it can make a huge difference. Just it gives you that theater vibe when you're just projecting a giant 150-inch screen on a really nice either wall or an ALR light projection screen.
Over here, we can go into settings.
To me, watching movies on a projected image it just looks better. Now, granted, unless you want to get like an 80-inch or a 90-inch 4K TV, but the type of TV to match this projector in the size of 90 inches or above, far more than the cost of this projector. For you to get a 150-inch screen to match this on a TV, you'll spend a heck of a lot more than you will on this projector, even with the ALR screen.
It gives you that option. And then infrared body sensor.
So I would say they're really, really good bang for the buck to get you that 150-inch screen, super high quality 4K HDR 10, and not as much as buying a 150-inch TV that has that.
Child or user mode. Then you can go into brightness mode, which we are in view mode. Or you can
really cool. So cool that both you and Nate have one. That's pretty awesome. And there'll be more to come from that too, because Nate hasn't even done his projection tests of his. He just got his recently. So next up on the list is another Nate video. Yet another cool product. This is a laser engraver / cutter. Now it does more engraving than cutting, though it can cut thin materials. Where this really shines is being able to engrave logos, designs, patterns. And this laser engraver, before I play the video, let me just say, this laser engraver can engrave metal, wood, leather, acrylic, glass, just about any surface. But more than that, you could actually engrave food. They have an example in the product where, let's say you have a pumpkin pie. You could throw a pumpkin pie, the top, you know how a pumpkin pie surface is flat. You could throw a pumpkin pie under the laser and like burn a pattern of like a turkey or your family crest or logo right onto the top of a pumpkin pie. So literally, the limits are endless on what you could do with this laser engraver. It's not just for burning patterns on
super
wood
excited
or
to showcase to you the
metal.
Off-Arrow Laser 2 engraver. So this is the LF version of the Off-Arrow Laser 2, which basically stands for long focus laser.
Yeah, he's a ALR though, but it's not a huge guy. These are
Laser
100
2.
inches.
It comes with the Air Assist, and what this is going to allow you to do is cut deeper into materials. Obviously,
see if this video volume's loud enough. Let me know if it's too low or
so this is the LF built building this machine was actually really easy. You have these aluminum frames that all you have to do is just line up, bolt together. You have to plug in the stepper motors. They're already basically installed on the machine, and you have to install the laser head itself. So this machine
only have 2 more product videos, and then all the rest of the products are on hand. I have in person.
Basically is going to interface by the USB cable that plugs directly into your computer to use with laser gerbil or to use with light burn. Now you do also have this offline connector. This is a separate module that will allow you to control this without the need for a PC.
That is not accurate.
But that's enough about the general specs of this. Let's go ahead and jump in and take a look at how this machine runs and the results. So as you guys can see here, this is the start of a brand new engraving, I guess you could say. So what I did is I basically wanted to choose something that had a lot of detail.
That matters for my Sunday school.
Kind of
That's not accurate.
Now, I am not a professional in any sense, but as you guys can see right here, it's chugging along really well. High-powered laser. You obviously don't want to look at this directly.
Make sure you wear
over
glasses,
the camera. You guys should
and goggles
to just
if you're gonna
this laser.
get close to this laser printer.
Super awesome.
The laser is damaging to the eye.
So here are the results. I chose
get
this
close or look at this laser with your naked eye,
of
please.
Tiny small details, and in my opinion, this could be a lot better, but not due to the fault of the engraver, but to the settings and the user itself. But honestly, in my opinion, it did come out really, really well for one of my first successful engravings, because I did have a lot of engravings before. And you can see here, even on this little top circle at the top, there's that little tiny.
So look at the pattern and this and the speckling on the wings and the star behind it. That's pretty impressive. And with the laser engraver, you adjust the speed, right? The faster you make it go, the lighter the engraving is. The slower you make it go, the darker the engraving is. So you play with the speed and the distance to determine the lightness and the darkness of how you want the pattern to be done. But again, he did some amazing engravings with this. This was just his test of it initially, but then on a live stream, he showcased doing some actual engravings on various surfaces. So I'm going to show you that video real quick next, just to show you what some of those engravings look like that he did. This was from, I think, Monday's live stream. But let me show you this. That leather, that Pokemon on Pikachu, that Pikachu on leather was just awesome.
So you can engrave on stainless steel. There's really not a lot you have to change with the laser to be able to engrave, just in the software, which I use Laser Dribble.
Okay, have a good one, James.
Basically, you just have to slow the travel
have a very, very
speed of
good
the laser down. So I started to do a little Pokemon theme right here for any of our Pokemon fans. It was going to take 20 hours to get this done, and I was not patient.
So again, can engrave metal, very slow metal. He says that full print would have taken 20 hours to engrave that and complete that entire print.
It doesn't rub off, super clean, super detailed. We'll go ahead and switch over to the next one that I did with the Hdr Laser 2. This is the father-son Kamehameha. And you guys can see there, the detail on this came out absolutely crazy. And I actually had this going faster than what it recommends for wood, so the detail wasn't even as good as it could have been if I just would have been a little bit more patient. But super cool there. So wood right there.
And of course, that's another wood print. They give you the samples too, which is really nice. They give you the samples of the various materials.
They provide you a ton of different samples to be able to test that out on. And as you guys can see here, they have also, they give you little leather. I mean, this is like real leather. And for any Pokemon fans, this is my favorite one that I've done so far. So this is an awesome little dark Pikachu.
Look how that came out. That is so cool.
Right here, you can see his ears and everything right here. I kind of smeared it a little bit right there. So I asked my friend who's actually experienced in working with leather what you have to do to clean it. And apparently, so if you guys do get this and you get done with your engraving on leather.
All right, so like you said about the leather, if you're going to engrave leather, to clean it, you've got to just use a damp rag and wash off that burnt leather layers, so that way you don't get that smearing if you touch it and things like that. So, but that is the Ufe 2.0 laser engraver. A lot of options you can do with that. Pretty cool product indeed. Next up, James did this Soundcore Motion Plus Bluetooth speaker, which has absolutely amazing sound quality. I'm going to do that video next, and that is this one right here. Let's see if that loads right. play.
James here, and today we're taking a quick look at a new product, guys. This is from Anchor. This is their Soundcore Motion Plus. This is a Bluetooth speaker with 12 hours of play, 30 watts of power, which is very cool. Now, 30 watts is probably about 15 watts of true power, guys, right? But still nice and room filled. Now, the cool thing is IPX7 waterproof, so don't worry, it is fully waterproof, guys. It does have the
resolution of the video was too high. It was
their,
like only like the
app
tiny
that does
portion of
the EQs and everything else. There it is customizable EQ. Does have wireless stereo pairing, which means you can pair more than one of these speakers together in stereo.
Okay, I will cut ahead so you can actually see the speaker.
Nice looking speaker.
Again, 3 speakers in one with this Bluetooth speaker.
And
actually,
2 tweeters, guys.
It's 5 speakers.
Then you have your passive in the middle. Then up top you have your.
It actually has 2 high-frequency tweeters. Most Bluetooth speakers do not have tweeters.
Negative, and then you have your bass up. On the side is where you'll actually see your power button. And right here is actually a big corked plastic, guys. It's nice big rubber seal to keep it waterproof. But that is where you'll actually see the 3.5mm jack and your USB.
Comes in 3 colors. James has the black. Also comes in blue and red, which are in the carousel. Ironically, the blue and red are on deal today.
Now let's power this up. You guys can hear it.
The black's on deal too. Now, for some reason, the black version is not on deal today. Only the blue and red are on deal today. So you can actually get the blue or red one cheaper than the black one.
Maybe we can set it just like this, so you guys can actually see this little speaker here. While I grab a phone and we connect it up and we'll pair it up, right? Let's pair this real quick. Soundcore Motion Plus paired. We're good to go. Nice and fast, simple. They do have the app, guys. We'll go back into here. We will actually grab the Motion Plus. It is now connecting. Hopefully you guys can see that. It is connecting. The Motion Plus is now connected. And we're going to go over. And now has
where is
the
Flare 2
EQ part
as well.
That is cool how they have this EQ. We'll swap it over, guys, and you guys can see this. Down at the bottom, you just adjust through. And I'll actually tell you it has bass up, bass off, voice, heavy, classic, original, or the master EQ. The master EQ, guys, you can actually
tons of settings,
how you like,
completely customizable.
Up
really amazing.
And go back
and the funny thing is, we hadn't tested Soundcore products before. There's really a huge level of difference between what you could do with the Soundcore speaker. They're really amazing. You can control them all from the same app.
So we'll adjust the speaker up all the way, right?
Be a little loud.
Now the speaker's up, it is adjusted, but you can't see it. So let's use another piece to hold that there, so you guys can actually see this front and center, right? Now let's really adjust this up.
Oh, forgot to select it. That would be good.
How's it supposed to feel?
So again, just an amazing high-quality Bluetooth speaker. This is the kind of speaker you could use to fill your backyard with sound. You throw it at a pool party, you have guests over, you want to take it to the beach, take it to the park. This thing is going to give you a lot of sound, and it's going to be excellent for groups, gatherings, and just, everybody's going to hear your music, and it's pretty fantastic for that. Really high-quality Bluetooth speaker. Last product video, and then we'll get to my on-hand products. This is the solar pathway lights, which I have done myself, and I still use every single night. They're on my side yard. Where you see them in this video is actually where they're still located. They light my pathway to my trash cans at night when I need to go take the trash out. These are such beautiful solar pathway lights, and they're so versatile. They include these little clear tips, like these little tubes that you can put on top, but right before you get to light, so you can kind of extend them up a little bit, and that's what casts that pattern on the ground when you use those clear plastic tubes. But they have multiple height adjustments. You can make them very low to the ground if you want, or you can add the black plastic tubes to raise the height on them. Because they're solar, if you make sure that they get enough sunlight during the day, I have seen these things go on about 9 o'clock p.m., and I come out at 4:30, 5 a.m., and they are still on. Now, granted, they've lost most of their power by then and they're dimmer, but the fact that they even still had some charge left by 4 or 5 a.m. after them coming on as soon as it's dark was pretty amazing. So I'll show you this video. I'm here unboxing these 6-piece solar pathway lights. Now what I really like about these solar pathway lights is they don't have just a white option. They actually have a multicolor option, plus you have 3 different height adjustments as to how you want to stake them into the ground, which is a really nice option. So let's show you what you get in the box. Of course, each of the 6 pathway lights has a top part which has the solar panel on the very top, plus I really like the design of the little, it looks like crystal almost, the way that the panel is where the light comes out. They are LED. You've got the switch on the top, which you could switch to the left, and then you have the white light on the left. You switch to the right, and it has the colored. Now the multicolored cycles through the various colors. You can't set it fixed at a specific color, so you can't have it just red or just blue or just green. Either cycles through its rainbow of colors if you switch to the right, or it just stays white if you switch to the left. So that's how they work. And of course you get 6 of these. They come exactly wrapped the same exact to the stake. Now if you want, you could put it directly onto the stake with the plastic. You could put it, would make it only have one extension pole. So this is about the right height for what I want to use it for. But again, you have 3 different height options. You could have it closer to the ground for if you want to just slightly go over. But if you have taller grass and you're going to be putting it in a grassy area where there's taller grass, then you're going to want to have the stakes a little longer so that it's higher than the grass. If you keep everything very short to the ground, like you want to just illuminate a driveway, you may not want to have stakes so high. They have this clear plastic piece that plugs into the light itself that you plug it onto the stake. Now this gives a little bit of illumination. That clear plastic piece is what makes it be able to cast that those patterns on the ground, which just looks so cool. And almost like a little illuminating spear tip that comes down as the light follows that little clear plastic tube. So that helps disperse the illumination even more, and I really like that effect. So having this little clear plastic extension tube to add just a little extra light and create it like a little stick of light that comes down was a really nice touch as well. So let's go install them and see how they look. So I lined a concrete pathway with some landscaping rock with these LED solar panels, and I have the little stick in there. And again, I don't have them twice extended. These are by far my favorite pathway lights. These are so cool. I really like the way they disperse the light and the pattern it kicks off onto the ground. That looks really, really nice to me. I really love the way they do the pattern. I like the way the illuminated stick comes
That's
down.
my familiar.
Switching over to the multicolored lights and how it looks when they're all in multicolor, you can see how they all cycle through the colors
these are
at
amazing.
different intervals. Now, if you're really clever, you could switch them all exactly at the same time and keep them almost perfectly in sync when they switch. But because I have them scattered out so far, I would need other people to help switch them all at the same time and kind of synchronize the switching. But here's the way it looks switching through all the colors. Now, it looks better if you could synchronize the colors so that they're not all different colors, but it still looks very pretty. And again, I really love
Wherever I go,
the color
Pumpkin
pattern
follows. He always
and
needs
the
to
way
know where
the
I
shell
am,
looks
all
when it passes
times.
around. These are my favorite solar lights by far. I just love the way these look.
So, like I said, once I installed these, they're exactly the same position today, and I did this video a long time ago. So they've been holding up for 4 or 5 months now. Every single night they come on, they collect the solar charge. They last almost all night long. Again, they illuminate that side alley, that side pathway that goes to my trash cans, my recyclable, my trash. So if I have to take the kitchen trash out or the recycle out in the middle of the night, I don't have to worry about not having light. I just have these solar pathway lights that lead the path there. They're excellent, and the 8-pack right now is actually the same price that the 6-pack was, not on deal. So you get 8 for the price, a little less than the 6-pack when the 6-pack was on deal. So really, really awesome pathway lights. Like I said, about the only thing is you can't synchronize them to all be the same color at the same time unless you have somebody who can help you turn them on at the same time. Like super, super fast, because I tried to see if I can get them all like to come be red and then cycle through the same colors, but there's always that little bit of latency because they're not synchronized with each other. So they kind of create a flow pattern, which is kind of cool. Kind of creates a wave. So if you just time the times if you basically wait and cause a delay when you turn each one on to when you know it's going to start at the same color when you turn it on, you could potentially just turn one on, wait till it's just about to hit the same color, then turn the next one on, and follow that sequence. You could get them near perfect to sign up. But it takes a little bit extra time if you want to try to synchronize the light colors up that way. A little bit of time. So all the rest of my products are on hand, so we'll start showing those right now. First, we have the deal of the day. Now, this product is a little niche, but it happens to be a product that I could very much use. This is the ID Print or IDPRT thermal shipping label printer. Now, what is a shipping label printer? Well, a shipping label printer allows you to print UPS, FedEx, any type of shipping label, and it comes with an array of these little 4x6 labels that you would feed into the back of it, and it comes in, and it uses the thermal to burn the laser print on it. Now, you need the combination of a package scale, a measuring tape, but this basically will allow you to connect this to whether you run an Etsy shop or you run a Shopify, you run, even your Amazon homemade, anything where you need to do shipping and out of your own house. This can save you a lot of time. Now, I do the mystery box shippings, right, when I do the mystery boxes on Sunday. So since I received this to review, I'm actually going to connect this to the UPS, and I'm going to start measuring my own mystery box packages and print my own shipping labels for my mystery box packages instead of having to go down to the UPS store, have them weigh it, have them measure it, have them do the shipping label there. I could just package it all up at home, print my shipping label at home, and then just have the UPS pick it up or do it at the nearest drop area. So that is pretty cool, and I can't wait to test that out. I have not yet hooked it up. The way it works is you plug it into your PC like a regular printer. Your PC picks up like a regular printer. You choose it like a printer device. You have your size adjustments here for different size labels, but most typically this 4x6 label that's included, and you can buy separate labels for it. Just make sure they are thermal labels. And you've got your power button on top. You've got your connection port back here for your PC, your on-off switch, and your power. This is your feeding tray. This is your output. Now, a self-print test shows you the kind of gradient. It is in grayscale. It is not a color thermal printer. Only prints in grayscale. I have some test print shipping labels to do, but you can't actually show a shipping label, a real shipping label on a live stream or a video because there's sensitive PII data in the QR code and the barcode of a shipping label. So I'm creating sample shipping labels and kind of like, creating false barcodes, false QR codes. So that way I can print test shipping labels that simulate what a UPS label looks like without actually having PII data in the shipping label itself. But this is a pretty nice option. You've of course got the tray here to open. Hold on, I'm gonna set it here. There we go. It's when you open it up. See, I just closed the back side. There we go. So here's the open up. Here's the roller to feed it through. Here's the sensor, which will burn it. The paper feeds in right through here. Just rolls it through. Now, supposedly, this can print 70 labels a minute. That's insane. I can't, you've got to run a pretty impressive shipping operation to do 70 labels a minute, right? I maybe print 2 labels a week. So, like I said, pretty niche if you need to print your own shipping labels. Imagine you must print a couple of times. So this is thermal, which burns. I do not think it uses ink at all. Let me check. There is no ink. It's just, I don't think there's anything to replace. There's no cartridge or anything. It just, because it uses thermal taper and it's thermal, it just burns the image on the label on. So there's no toner or anything like that. There doesn't appear to be anything to replace. Toner. No cartridge. Nope. Appears to be no cartridge, toner, ink, anything you need to replace. It just will continuously burn as long as you buy the right thermal paper. So you just have to buy the right type of labels, right? The ones that have that sensitive material to heat, and that way when it applies the heat, it just burns the pattern onto them. So, yeah, there's no components to replace. It's an endless supply of printing labels. But like I said, very specific for labels, but you don't have to use it for shipping labels. So if you really want to, you could create your own mailing address labels and just get the right size ones that could fit on there, and you can actually just have a whole bunch of those printed up that you could just rip off and stick onto regular envelopes, things like that. So while primarily it's for shipping labels, which handles all major suppliers, and again, to use it properly as a shipping label, you have to measure the package, weigh the package with a package scale, because if you're going to print a shipping label, to get an accurate shipping label for the price, you have to actually measure and weigh the package exactly properly. This connects with software so that your UPS app and store or FedEx or whatever will connect to it, and it will feed and print a proper shipping label so that you can just stick it on your package and just put it in your drop, have it picked up, and you're good to go. So again, with my wife building up her Etsy store inventory with her custom jewelry, this is actually a really good option. It came at the right time because, you know, hey, if she's gonna run an Etsy store, I don't want to run to UPS if she sells like 50 pieces of her custom earrings or pendants. I don't want to have to go wait at the UPS store for them to weigh and give me 50 labels and ship 50 packages, right? If you do inventory, if you do anything on Etsy, run your own shop, anything where you ship a lot of merch yourself, you're going to want a printer, right? You're not going to want to stand in line for 3 hours at a UPS store while they measure and weigh 100 packages. You're going to want to print your own shipping labels. That's where this product comes into place. That's where this really can save you time. And saving you time is saving you money, right? Plus, a lot of shipping stores are not the true shipping stores, so they add their little bit of overhead to account for the fact that their labor costs. So you often can get shipping labels that you print yourself a little cheaper than going down to one of those like postal annexes, which have a little bit of overhead that costs a little more than going to the true stores. So you can actually save money too, because you often get better prices printing your own shipping label costs than you would going through a local place to ship them to. So again, I'm planning on plugging this in. I plan on printing some actual labels and showing a video of it printing labels, but I have to do test labels because real package labels have PII data in the barcode and QR code, so I can't show those on video. So I'm creating simulated UPS labels that give you an approximation that look accurate enough without having any PII data, so I can actually show how fast it prints. Again, crazy printing speed on this thing. 70 per minute is just insane. Like, who can print 70 labels per minute? That's crazy. Yeah, 4x6 labels. It does 2 inches to 4.25 inches type of labels. It's just 72 sheets per minute. 72 sheets, 4x6. That's crazy. So if you're gonna bulk print like that, so the only way I can think of how you'd print that many labels is if you have every exact product as a fixed box, fixed weight, and packaging is all fixed, and then you just mass print the same price, right? Because obviously, if you even have slight variations between box size or product weight, you have to use a unique label because there's a unique price with each label each time. So for bulk printing, that's pretty much, you know, if you do figurines or you do exact 3D models, like say you do a 3D printer business, right? And you print the same exact size and spec of model, and you have your packaging like knocked down to where you got exactly the same type of packaging, exactly the same box size, then mass printing labels would be ideal and perfect for that. So really, really good option if you run a Shopify store, you're thinking about an Etsy business, or if you just don't like waiting in line at the postal annex or the UPS store or whatever. This is a way you could just use your measuring tape, measure your packages. Remember, all 3 dimensions, length, width, height. Measure your packages, get your digital scale for your package weight, because it's got to be accurate to the ounce, and then this thing will connect and print you up your label that you need for anything you need to ship. And then you could just, like, I know some stores like UPS, you could schedule them to come to your door and pick up your package so that you don't even have to leave your house and you could ship what you need. Now, again, like I said, because I do the mystery box giveaways on our Sunday stream and I do the mystery package, I always have to go to the UPS store every week. And I wait in line. Sometimes I get there and there's like 10 people ahead of me in line, and I gotta wait for them to weigh and measure my package and then print me up a label. This will save me that time. I can do all that at home so that I could just either have the UPS pick it up or just simply go in and just drop my package off and it's already good to go. Labels ready in there. So really, really good option. Again, this is thermal, does not use ink, does not use toner. You feed in the label trays in the back and it'll just burn the pattern. The ship print label pattern on the front comes out the front. Really, really cool option. Can't wait to test it. And stay tuned because I will actually be connected to my computer. I will be doing test prints on it to show the speed in operation. They actually gave me not only the sample that comes with it, but I got another pack of labels too. So I'm going to at least run it and see how fast it could do 70 labels of my test labels, because I want to check out that print speed. I really want to see if this thermal printer can do 72 labels in a minute. That's crazy fast. All right. So really, really good option. Really excited about that. So next up. So I know this handheld vac, the H30 by Ufe, has been shown a lot. Like the same video has been shown a lot, showing my dog, either my dog attacking it or it doing my my couch, right? It's the same video. So this time I'm going to show it on hand, since this is my hand vac. I use this regularly to clean my couch cushions. In between my couch cushions, you know, with the attachment here, which you can just knock that down, slide this in between your couch cushions, you're good to go. The bristle brush is great for corners. when you have trouble with your vacuum getting those edges or corners, the tops of baseboards, or if you have like floor air vents on your wall, this is really good for cleaning those out. And it's just high powered. I can't turn it on because my dog will go nuts and start attacking me and barking at it because he doesn't like vacuums. The container tray, which it's a little dusty, I did my best to clean up for the stream because I don't want to pour dust all over myself. I'll just pull it out partially here. Container tray is a little small. I'll tell you that right now. With a handheld vac that's this neat and compact, it fills up fast. Especially when you have pets and pet hair, and I have 3 Boston Terriers, the container tray fills up very fast. So that would be about the only gripe I have about this is I can do 1 couch and have this tray completely full. 2 couches, I have to empty it multiple times. Especially if I need to do a room or touch. If I want to do the baseboards all over the house, I might take 2 or 3 empties to get my baseboards done and the floors and the corners over the whole house. So small little tray, but it is very compact. You can use it for the car, but same issue with the car. It has a very small tray. It fills up very fast. The suction is good enough, though. It will pick up sand, dust, and dirt. And then if you do that trick that you could see, that meme video, where if you hold a massage gun to the floor mat of your car, it vibrates any sand and dirt, and then you can just suck it up with the hand vac. So that's a really, really cool way to clean the seats and the floor of your car, is just get a massage gun to vibrate the floor, vibrate all the dust and dirt up, and then suck it all up with the shop vac. Really, really cool thing that works like that. So the other attachment, which you saw in my other video, and again, what I like is it's powered, right? So it plugs in here. These are pins, which will actually spin this. So it's merely not just using the suction, it actually spins the bristles. This attachment's my favorite for doing the tops of my couches and for doing small rugs, throw rugs, small carpet areas, fully adjustable, works really well. And the fact that it has the spinning bristle brush, it does dislodge the fur, dust, dirt. Just a really, really nice hand vac, very versatile. Battery lasts a long time. It has an economy mode, which is basically using less power, so the battery lasts longer, not as loud, and then a max boost mode, which really increases its capacity, its suction power, reduces the battery life on it. But again, I use this for small cleanup jobs. Again, mostly my couch, small throw rugs. If I have a grocery bag or something, and I spilled something in my trunk of my car, or I need to just do some quick cleanup of my car mats, that's what this is good for. Has the air filter right here, which you can clean out and if you need to. Just a small capacity. That's the only thing. Small dustbin capacity, needs to be emptied pretty often. So that would be about the only thing about it. And it charges on this base stand here. Just sits like that. Attach it where you want it. If you want to, which I did not do, you can actually screw mount into the wall and then hang this base on a wall like this, and then you could just have it on a wall and it'll just mount on a wall and charge like that. Or you could have it sitting on the ground somewhere. It's fine. You could do either. Either works as well. So Ufe H30 Hand Vac, highly recommended. I use this regularly, and if anybody who's a pet owner knows, pet hair just accumulates like magic. How does your dog even have hair after a week or two with that much pet hair? It's amazing. There's so much shedding, it's crazy. 3 dogs and pet hair everywhere. And I have short-haired dogs, pet hair everywhere. I don't even know how pets have that much hair to shed, and it just constantly replenishes and regenerates. So, speaking of pets, come here, Pumpkin. Come on, time to show again. Come on. Up, come on. Up. There we go. My partner in crime. This is Pumpkin. He's my familiar. Always by my side, wherever I am. I have a dog bed right here on the floor, right next to my desk, because Pumpkin always has to be next to me. Always. This dog's always where I am. Like, Kiwi's always with his mom, and Gluten's often with my mother-in-law. He's my old 10-year-old Boston Terrier. But Pumpkin is my familiar. He's always next to me. Can't not be around me. I know. He's such a good boy. All right. What do you want to see next, Pumpkin? What are we going to do next? I'm going to show the air purifier? Yeah? All right. You're the reason why I need these air purifiers. So, next up is this Hdr Air Purifier. Again, pet hair, pollen, So many reasons why you want a pet dander. So many reasons why you want an air purifier if you're a pet owner or you live in an area that has a lot of pollen and a lot of plants. It is springtime. Air purifier is really important at keeping your air clean. So, let me move this over here. This Trio air purifier. One cool thing to know about it is it has an air sensor on it. Some of them don't have an air sensor. You just turn them on and they run. This one has an air sensor on it. Now I'll plug this in again like I did. Oh, it's still plugged in. Last stream. Okay, what do you know? Power, right here. Touch sensitive buttons, as you can see. It has this sensor right here. When it's blinking like that, it's trying to detect the air quality. Red means your air quality is not very good. A lot of particulates in the air. You want to eventually get it to blue, which is your air quality clean. Now, it could do, my room's about 160 square feet. It could do my room in 5 minutes or less. My entire room. So if this is red, when I first turned it on, it was red. And then I ran it. Within 7 minutes, it went through the colors from red to orange to green to blue. And it basically circulated all the air in my room, removed the particulates in 5 minutes. So if you set it to auto mode, it only comes on when it needs to, but you have multiple different fan speed settings. This is on high right now, but you could set it to nighttime mode, where in nighttime mode, by pressing this little crescent moon over here, makes no noise whatsoever. You could still feel it, but it's making almost no noise whatsoever. It's actually too quiet. I actually like fan noise when I sleep, and that's like so quiet. So you have a timer mode for 2, 4, 8 hours. You have a lock button, which is cool because if you have kids or people play around the buttons, you don't want to accidentally keep tapping them, so it locks the buttons out. And then you have, of course, the light here that tells you when the filter needs to be replaced. The filter on this thing, fairly large for its size. Now, this is not a huge air purifier, but has a really nice air filter here. Multiple layers, including the carbon filter. Just rotate it out, pull out the drum, you're good to go. Pulls in air on the sides, both sides, blows the fresh purified air out the top. And this is just a really, really cool air purifier. It has a turbo mode. I'll show that as a turbo mode. All right. Let's turn it back on turbo. Turbo. Yeah, that's turbo mode. It's good. It's warming up. There you go. Pretty loud on turbo mode. Yeah, that's pretty loud on turbo mode. That's producing quite a bit of air. So, you need an air purifier. The Trio air purifier does a really, really good job. And I like the way it looks, too. It's kind of futuristic looking. It's got that little, like, eye, that blinking eye. It doesn't blink. Once it detects, it doesn't stay blinking. It turns solid color. But you want that eye to be blue. That means your air is purified. Now, ideal for rooms that are 400 square feet or less. If you put it in a room larger than 400 square feet, it'll still continue to circulate the air, but it might be in a never-ending circulation. It could do 400 square feet or less is ideal. Large bedroom, maybe a small kitchen, small living room. It's ideal for that. So that's why I have it in this room. I have a lot of air purifiers. I have one in my living room. I have one here. I have one in my mother-in-law's room. So we use a lot of air purifiers. Because with 3 dogs, there's pet dander, there's dust. Just good to have an air purifier. Especially like if you were... especially if people still smoke in their house anymore. But especially if you have anybody who smokes in your house, especially then you definitely want an air purifier. Absolutely, hands down, you better have an air purifier. So, next up on my list, this is this amazing Lamical tablet stand, which I use every single day. So, funny thing is, Lamical sent one to James to review, and I liked it so much I bought one for myself after I saw his review of it, because this thing is just super convenient. I have my phone on my desk, and I could turn it into basically an extra little display for me, for managing my carousel at Amazon, watching chat, watching something on the side. You can do it in landscape or horizontal mode easily. It's very tiltable, so you can tilt this back or vertical. These little hooks, these J hooks at the bottom, have silicone padding, and they do a good job of holding your phone, even with my thick armored case on. It has a height adjustment. You press this button back here, you can adjust it up or down, like this. And it just gives you just a lot of flexibility. So if you need just a quick little phone holder for your desk, that you just sit on your desk, adjust it to the height you want, and then tilt it, it just works really, really well for that. Yep. See? Just a good option. And because it has this gap here, you can plug the charging cord right through and have your phone in the charging cord, and it charges while it's in the stand. And as you can see, Pumpkin is even my screensaver on my phone. So, Lamical phone holder, actually excellent option for your desk. Put that back over here. So, next up. Now, these just came. So, I have a few workout products. I don't look like I work out, trust me, but I do work out. I actually used to work out a lot. I used to be extremely fit. I used to go to the gym all the time. Lately, not so much. Put on a bunch of weight from COVID, but I still have a lot of weights. I still do exercise biking. I don't get to the gym as often as I used to. I used to have a whole workout gym at home. So I've done a lot of fitness stuff before, even though it doesn't look like it. These Liftech gloves are pretty awesome if you do dumbbells or weights. So now the size they sent me, the brand sent me, was a little small. I have rather large hands. They accidentally sent me a size that was a little too small, so I could just barely strap it on. But it doesn't stop me from talking about the features of it, right? They also sent me a ladies pair, which looks cool. I like the color of the ladies pair, which obviously I'm not getting my hand in that ladies pair of gloves, right? That's really too small for me. So one thing I like about this, and these are fingerless gloves, so your fingertips are fully available. For those who use dumbbells, especially dumbbells with metal and the textures on them, they can wear on and cause calluses on your palms because your skin gets pinched and things like that. These have extremely thick, durable silicone texture, and it's very padded out. And these just make it a breeze to hold like my adjustable dumbbell set. They're extremely, fat dragon, exactly. I'm a fat dragon now. I like the grip on the back, and even though this is a little bit small for me, it's still usable. I could still use it. It just doesn't fully. It's just a tad small. It's tight. Like I feel crushing my palms a little bit. So accidentally got the wrong size for myself. It's got it's got mesh at the top, so it's breathable. Won't make your hands sweat too much. Like if you wear full gloves, like your hands will sweat inside the glove, especially if you're working out. Really, really nice option for giving you that extra grip when you're holding onto barbells. You're holding onto dumbbells. Trust me, I got dogs all around me all the time. I don't need to accidentally drop my dumbbell on my dog. That would just horrify me. So I always wear these type of gloves. I have another pair that actually is a better size, but these still fit fine. And the other pair I have is exactly the same type, pretty much. I wonder if they're the same brand. But these are great for giving you that grip on your barbells, on your dumbbells, especially if you want to do pull-ups, right? Which, geez, I don't even know if I can do a pull-up anymore. If you have one of those Flybird bars that you put on your door frame and you want to do pull-ups will just tear up your hand and cause you to have that pinching that goes on in your hand if you don't have one of these on to give you that grip so that it prevents you from pinching your skin on your hand. So a really good option for that. These are the Liftech Freedom Workout Gloves. Again, they're slightly small, but they're still usable. I definitely like the mesh on the top. I really love this really thick padding over here. This is going to protect your hands from having calluses, from getting your skin pinched. Really good option. Hey, Super Drop Forever, I see you there. Yeah, I do have a pumpkin emoji on my Discord. I think I have one in Twitch too. Again, that's the men's version, which I think this is a medium, or if it's a large, then I need to be an extra large. Whatever size this was, I need to be one size larger. And then, of course, this is the woman's version. And I don't even want to try to shove my hand in here. I can't even get my hand in there. Can't even get my fingers through there. So, ladies' version, if you have small hands. Can't put it on. All right, those are the Freedom Liftech gloves. That was the last product in my carousel today. Does anybody want me to circle back to anything or answer any questions on any products that I've covered so far? I see a lot of new people here that joined late, so I'm perfectly willing to circle back to anything that you might have a question on, or answer the questions, or showcase anything that you may have missed. Like if you joined late and you want to see the drone or the laser projector or the laser engraver or the speaker, just let me know if there's anything in the carousel that you want to see that you came here for, but we already passed it, and I'm more than happy to circle back to it. I'll give it a few minutes. In the meantime, we'll do more pumpkin time, right? Pumpkin. Yeah. Oh, there you are. Come here. Why don't you go over there and see your bed? Come on. Up. Come on. Come on. Come on. You big boy. There we go. So we'll just. Yes. So I'll give it just one more minute here. Such a good boy. He loves playing ball. Every day begs me to go play ball with him in the yard. I play ball with him every night after work. And we throw balls and frisbees. And he's a super high energy dog, although he doesn't look like it right now. He's pretty calm. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm going to show that sign tomorrow on my stream because this is actually an Amazon company that does custom signs, and it's in this font style. So I'm actually going to show that on tomorrow's stream, that sign, so you can see the company that makes it, how you could order it, and get your own customized sign. It comes in colors and things like that as well. Self-emptying RoboVac. So self-emptying? No. The only RoboVacs that I've covered and showcased are the Ufe X8, which is a fantastic RoboVac, but I have none that can self-empty their tray. They'll, of course, vacuum. They have decent capacity. They'll go and charge themselves, but ones that self-empty, nah. There's not ones that empty their own tray that I'm aware of. Where would it empty it? You'd have to like teach it to go outside. You know, RoboVacuum teach it to go outside and dump it out in the yard and create your own little like trash dump pile that keeps growing. So I don't know of any ones that actually do self-emptying. If there is a self-emptying one, I want to see it. Oh, so I don't like to wear hats, only visors. So I vary up. So I have a hat collection. I collect hats. I have a whole bunch. So I've got two different styles of my Dragon Bloggers hat here. I have a whole bunch of hats. I'm always wearing hats. I wear hats because I'm bald, so I wear hats. So always wear hats. Enjoy wearing hats. So yeah, that's about it. Wait, let me tell you one thing. If you're new here, I want to let you know that we do a ton of giveaways. Every month we're always launching giveaways, and we currently have an active giveaway for Nintendo Switch OLED console, but the winner can choose to get a $350 Amazon gift card. So enter to win that. That's at dragonblogger.com/winswitch. It's our current active live giveaway right now, but we're always doing huge giveaways every single month. We also are giving away a Quinier neck massager TENS unit, which actually, even though it's not my carousel, I have it right here in front of me. This is a really, really cool TENS unit. You just power it on and it uses these pads on the back of your neck to deliver electric pulses to stimulate the muscles in your neck, help loosen up the muscles in your neck. Really, really cool product. You have 1 week left on this giveaway. You can enter this neck massager, and it's a brand new one. I'm not giving away my used one for that giveaway. So we have a ton of options. Thank you for the follow, Rivka Galley. We also do an option where random follower will get a gift card every month. I look at all my Amazon followers and subscribers. I give away random gift cards. You could join our Discord, and we do giveaways there. Bottom line is, we're really big on giveaways. Been doing giveaways since 2012. Been doing hundreds and hundreds of prizes. We're always giving away products, and we look forward to hearing recommendations and feedback on what you want us to give away next. I've got a surprise Ufe giveaway coming up next week. We're going to be giving away a Ufe product, and I'm not disclosing which one yet. So we always partner with brands. We love doing giveaways for fans, and we love just sharing the excitement with the products that we get to review and showcase. So once again, I'm Justin. I am the Dragon Blogger. My normal shows are on Sundays at noon with my wife. We do a dual show where I do products for the first half, and she does her products, which are mostly jewelry related, for the second half. We will be back tomorrow at 12 p.m. Pacific. But we live stream 7 days a week. We've got hosts Nikita on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We've got Nate on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. James is normally on Wednesday through Saturday, but James is on vacation until early June, so we'll be having covers while James is on vacation. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a great rest of your Saturday, and feel free to join our Discord. It's dragonblogger.com Discord. Ask questions. All my Dragon Bloggers are on our Discord, so if you need to ask any questions on any products we covered, you need to want more information, you want ideas, recommendations. We also do Twitch stream game giveaways on Sunday morning. You could come visit us there tomorrow. We do random Steam game key giveaways for people who are PC Steam gamers. Thank you for showing up on my stream today, and have a great rest of your Saturday.